right. So obviously we are in 2025, right? And we are coming off of the crappy Red Hood as well as Scarlet Black Shadow rerun banners. And so at this given point, we got to look at the future, right? Obviously, we have a brand new character coming out in the next couple days. And so that's going to take the slot of the new technically first banner of the year, right? With, so that's just, where we're going. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at the past year we just had, 2024, and look at all of the banners that occurred. And we're going to look at some real good characters and roughly win the time slots of the characters we expect, right? So we scroll up and, February is when we would be getting another Valentine's themed banner. Previously, we got Privity and we got Ade, right? Two characters. Privity was actually relatively decent, she's like a little meh. But that is around the beginning of February to like right after Valentine's Day, right? Elg came out after that, so we had 3 banners in February. Now, keep in mind that this could, give or take like a couple days between the release that shows right here and when they're actually going to be in. The Killer Wife then came out. She was relatively decent, and then we had a collab. So keep in mind that middle to end of March is when we should be getting our first collab of the year. So this is roughly the first timestamp you should be focused on when the first collab is going to be happening. Now, is this going to be Stellar Blade? I don't know. But this should be the first collab time frame that we should expect, right? Next up, we had Bay, and then we had Crown, the first Pilgrim of the year. This is the second time slot that you need to be focused on as to when we get a very, very good Pilgrim character, because Crown it's pretty dang good. We scroll past, and then obviously we had the bunnies, and they're not limited, so it's nice to have them in the pool. We passed Clay, and then July rolls around, and then we had the summer event, obviously swimsuit characters. Last year we had Sakura, and then we had Rosanna. These characters they're okay, like they kind of work with one another, but swimsuits, honestly, for the most part, is very collector oriented. Like, just don't really focus on them too much. They could be okay, but for the most part they're probably not. Next we had Ein and we had Zwei, and both of these characters I really, really like. Ein honestly is probably a little better, just given the fact that we had a lot of good electric code units. Next up is August, and this is another collab time frame that you need to keep an eye on. That being the end of August into early September, depending on how many characters is going to be around for the second collab. Or if they do a rerun collab, that could always be a thing. But for the most part, the end of August is the second collab instance that you need to be focused on. Next up after that, we had Rogue. She's okay. And then we had Halloween, October, the entirety of October, for the most part, it seemed like. So we had that. Then, obviously, we had Anniversary. At the end of October, early November is the next major time frame to be looking at with Anniversary, so that is ideal. And then we get to the Christmas time, and Christmas time honestly can be very hit or miss. And then after that, obviously, is New Year's. So, are they going to be releasing more characters? This is the rough time frame we could be expecting certain collabs to happen and certain Pilgrims and just like Anniversary to be happening, right? So this is a good general premise to base our knowledge off of, because for the most part, like I said, they do like to maintain release dates within a couple days of the previous year. That could change here or there, but yeah, that is for the most part the time frame that we should be expecting certain events to be occurring.